Apps, a revolution in mobile technology.
I don't think anybody knew at the start how big it could be.
They're quick.
You go to an app store, you press download, and it's sitting there.
They're helpful.
It's also like I have a third arm that's incredibly brilliant.
And they're here to stay.
The plan for us is to launch 1,000 apps over the next 2 years.
Apps, you gotta love them. Maybe they're even a little addictive. In fact, they've become tools of life for many of us. People talk about their apps like a hit TV show or their favorite sports team. Welcome to Planet of the Apps, a handheld revolution. I'm Scott Wapner. To say apps are a phenomenon is putting it mildly. There are more than 100,000 apps available. And as you'll see, they do just about everything. And studies estimate the store takes in about $200 million every month. New competitors are breaking ground and making inroads. During this hour, we'll look at how apps are changing our lives, meet some of the creators who are striking it rich, and show just how the big business of apps really works.
Everyone is talking apps these days.
Facebook is one of the favorite applications that I use.
I like the Around Me.
Big fan of like grilling. Weber's got an awesome app out there with all these recipes, all kinds of stuff in the summer. The coolest app I have. Which one?
The one you can choose out.
Oh, the Ollie Fault.
There's an app that turns your phone into a carpenter's level, an app that can name any song, an app that finds taxis anywhere, gives instant radar weather at your doorstep, lets you repaint a room without lifting a brush, turns your voice into just about anything. There's even an app that can find you medical marijuana.
For sports stores, games, eBay, Yahoo, Messenger. So it's both ones that I use for practical purposes and a lot of fun ones.
According to Gravity Tank, an innovation consulting firm, 50% of smartphone users view apps as essential tools for helping them get and stay organized. And it gets even more interesting. 35% of users say apps have literally changed their lives.
On average, people tell us they use their app phones about 30 times a day. We started this study as app believers, and I think we walked away with an even stronger belief in the potential of apps and how they were getting incorporated into people's lives.
We've grown so accustomed to them that for some, it may feel like apps have been around forever. It's hard to believe it was just June of 2007 that they made their big splash as one feature of a new phenomenon called the Apple iPhone.
Okay, Jim, I'm told it's going to set us back 500 clams. What is it, and what's it going to do for that kind of money?
You know, Brian, this is what everybody is talking about, the iPhone from Apple.
It's obvious from the get-go that Apple has a hit on its hands. Tens of thousands of people wait in line for hours to buy the $500 phone.
People waiting in the hot California sun to get their hands on one. This scene has been repeated across the country as Apple and AT&T stores have been mobbed, all of them opening up at 6 o'clock local time.
The iPhone is less cell phone than mini computer. It can shrink and enlarge text. It has email access and can find the time, date, and weather in cities all over the world. The app trend starts small. There are only 11 apps in the first iPhone, and all of them, including a calculator, a camera, a stock market report, and a calendar, are easily accessible.
I remember going places and people would see me using it. They're like, is it as cool as everyone says? And I'd say, this is the single greatest piece of technology ever.
Apple signs an exclusive deal with AT&T. The move has its supporters and critics, but even with the one-carrier restriction and the $500 price tag, Apple sells 1 million units in the first 74 days. Apps are a large part of the draw, but the